Welcome to the Silly Little Girls Club Out of Office. So these are a different type of episode to the ones where I interview guests. This is me and my friend Hollie talking about what it's like to be girls in business, whether it's running a business, it's working in a business, and all the random stuff that happens in between, because work life is crazy and these stories are real and they happen, and you know, we're just going to be having a safe space here to talk about them. There is adult themes, there is swearing, so be warned just before you tune in and you're like, oh my god, these girls, but this is real life, this is what happens to us. So that being said, enjoy the episode. Let's get out of office. So, silly little girls out of office.
Here we go.
Here we go. So, this, for anybody listening, this is our...
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
This is our very first episode of Out of Office. And I guess the best way to describe this is just a chat about...
Life.
And
struggles.
Yeah. And what being women in a big old work world...
True.
actually entails.
Yeah. Trauma.
I would say so. Trauma. It's basically therapy. You're listening to our therapy.
For sure.
I think that's probably a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm Sam.
Hey, I'm Hollie.
Hi, Hollie.
I feel like we're dating. I've never given you this much eye contact. I'm going to end up fancying my boss.
I'm not your boss. Let's clear that up right now.
I'm going to end up fancying my client.
Yeah. Is that better or worse? I'm not sure. So, to fill you in on that, I guess, everybody, I'm a hairdresser. I have a salon. I have a couple of salons, and we're in one of them.
Yeah.
And then Hollie is a wonderful, amazing PR.
Guys.
What is it? A PR?
I'd say
a PR
guru. No, I'm joking. I'm a head of PR at Kit Studios, baby.
Yes, she is. Head of PR.
Yeah. Emphasis on the head.
Emphasis on the...
Not in like a vile
Not...
sexual way. Just sounds quite powerful. I feel like I should wear kitten heels with that title.
All the time.
Yeah,
and
for
carry
sure.
a briefcase.
Oh god, it's the vile dog.
That's it. Oh, and then by the way,
we've got Daisy the Poochon. Feel free to follow. She's on 69 followers. Oi oi.
69.
She actually is. It's only been under a month, and she's fallen in love at Stay Studios, the dog friendly salon, and she's
supposed to be part of the Silly Little Girls Out of Office cast.
And then she met Freddie, and
you know,
she chose love over her career, which some of you do, and that's fine.
Yeah, is it fine?
Well, I think so.
Yeah. Maybe
normalise being a stay-at-home mum.
100%, because that is a job.
I think so. Yeah, if it's a full-time bloody job.
That is a full-time job, and I feel like if that's what you want to do, then you should do it. We empower people to do that, but
whatever you want to do, guys.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of jobs.
Oh God.
I want to know PR and like why and how did you choose PR?
Well, I knew I always loved media and communication and culture at college, but then obviously I had my first boyfriend when I was 17. Lol. Not a shout out to him. Hope he's not having a good time and can afford Spotify. And then we were together and then he cheated on me and I was like, oh my God, I need to do something really cool. And basically looked at London College of Fashion and was like, oh, it's so cool if I went there. And then saw that there was a course called PR and Communication. I was like, oh, hang on, it's like a vibe. It's like media, business, but then also creative writing for when you pitch to journalists. So I went there and then interned at like magazines and PR agencies. That's the vile dog howling. Get that a lot with me on work calls. Oh,
there we go. It's basically like our Zoom calls.
She wants her cat treats. But yeah, and then I did that, and then my first job was at like an alcohol brand for PR, and that was when I was first doing things like just gifting editors and getting influencers to come to events.
Okay.
So it was quite hard to get people to reply to me. I was a bit of a pest. I was a baby reindeer to everyone. Like, please, do you want your personalised bottle? Oh my God, come to this event. Oh my God, you're amazing.
On that, I need you to tell the story of
when my dyslexia nearly tarnished my career.
Yeah. But you're dyslexic.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Perfect. There we go.
Shout out.
Now, okay, so you need to tell the story of this bottle.
Fine. Okay. the vile bottle. It was quite an expensive bottle where I was working with at the, I want to say alcohol agency, but that sounds like I was working at Bargain Booze, but it was like a nice alcohol agency. And we were gifting Tiny Temper, and I bloody spelt it like Tinny Temper. I mean, rebrand. It sounds quite fun. And the guy who owned said agency, walked in and said, "Can I say that word on this? Can I
think we can.
Yeah. He was like, "What cunts, obviously, like, spout this, blah, blah, blah. Like, we paid to get it engraved. Like, who, blah, blah, blah." And I was, like, at the time, like, a paid intern, obviously, hoping to get kept on, which actually I did. But then I'm convinced I got so drunk at the Christmas party, that's why I got made redundant. And then stayed on. And then I didn't even want to tell, like, the woman who was my manager at the time. I just, like, basically put my hand up and was like, "I'm the cunt." And just like had to fully confess to it. And I was like, wait, what am I doing? Because all my friends were literally training to be midwives, nurses. And I remember putting in the group chat, like, "I've just been called a cunt for spelling Tiny Temper's name wrong."
I mean, you know.
And I was on not a lot of money. So it was testing.
Horrific.
Yeah.
Like,
vile. But now I quite like it.
What, the PR?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
obviously I love PR. Helps who I'm working with.
Yeah.
No, but then after, no, it was all quite vile at first, actually.
Yeah.
Because then I went on to work at, like, another agency as, like, an account manager. And I learned so much there. Like, it really did make me realise, like, this is what I want to do forever. But obviously it was quite, you know, clients were very, let's say, supermarket vibes.
Right. I see what you mean.
The boss treated it like Devil Wears Prada.
What, like Thelma Miranda?
We had to start at 8 a.m. in the morning on Mondays because she didn't pay for the thing to, like, find the coverage online. So we're all there, like, shaking, trying to find coverage we've got. And, like, sometimes I just make up I got it because I was so scared. Like, getting paper cuts, like, all really shattered. And then she'd, like, come in, obviously, at 10, stinking of fags, legend. And just, like, hit magazines not on us. That would be great. But, like, in front of us, and be like, "Who's on the front cover of Stylist magazine?" And I just remember I was like, "Billie Piper." I was, like, really stressed, and she was like, "And why was no one, like, out of our brands wearing it?" And I thought in my head, probably because she doesn't want to wear Georgia Asda, you can bleep that out.
Yeah.
But then I was also like, yeah, okay, I didn't know who was doing the Stylist spread, like, that time because blah, blah. And then, like, she would, like, really drum it into you. And then I obviously got quite good at my job, and she used to slot me, like, £50 notes in the dressing cupboard.
Wow, the tables
and then I'd go to the
turned.
pub with everyone and be like, "It's on me." Like, she gave me it, and everyone would be
Miranda's getting this round.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd been trafficked. Groomed,
traffic.
Yeah, but then I'd tell everyone, and she stopped doing it.
Oh my god, I think you know what? It's so weird because we're obviously in different industries, but they do cross over
For sure.
And it's like those early days jobs. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody has these sort of horrific stories.
Trauma.
I'm sure they do. It is
Yeah.
trauma, like joining the workforce. I never forget, like, joining hair. You
Yeah,
go
with
out.
you.
Yeah, you get so excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm finally getting it, like, you know, on the salon floor. I joined this salon, and then it's literally those sort of, like, predatory experiences, and you're just like, oh, okay, is this
What it is? Yeah.
Is this what work life is? Like, and it's like, actually, we know now that it's not like
It can
that.
get better. There's hope.
There's hope, and I think, you know, does that come with us being a bit older? Also, does that come with us being girls and putting up with stuff a bit more?
I was literally thinking that, yeah, because I've never been an intern at a place where there was boys, not necessarily because they wouldn't hire them, but because I think boys wouldn't even do that. Like, when I interned for a magazine, don't think I'll say who, but it was like a good magazine. They didn't pay me, obviously, and I was going around all of London just doing returns. Like, obviously, that's mental.
What's a
looking back.
return?
Like, returning the samples that they'd used for
Oh,
shoots.
fine.
But I mean, it looks stunning on the CV, but, like, I don't even know if you could do that now, though. I think it might be a time thing.
Right.
I think they'd have to pay for at least my Oyster card.
I mean, yeah, they'd probably have to give you an Oyster card to just hop about with all your
You would
stuff.
hope, but yeah, like, nothing back then.
That's I feel like you really are giving Annie. Not Annie? What's her name? Anne Hathaway.
Oh, heaven, yeah.
This is that. I'm just getting this.
Yeah,
with you
that's the
carrying, 'cause she was
vibe.
doing the samples thing.
I know.
This is-
And that's the thing, maybe the media's, like, glamorized being vilely treated as in the creative industry, so we just go along with it.
I mean,
because we're
that
addicted to it. That's for the next
That's
episode,
for the next
guys.
one, because
Yeah,
that
we're
is a
doing
lot
some
to
research.
unpack there. Like, that's, I feel like we're
It's
going to
so
get into it. We're going to be
true.
cancelled before we started.
Perfect.
Like, this is mine and yours biggest worry for this out of office is being cancelled.
Or trolled. I'd be more upset to be trolled. I'd rather be cancelled.
Yeah, but we can just block out the haters. We can just not read comments.
Fine. Yeah, just don't let me see them.
Yeah, no, we won't. But being straight up, like, off air. No.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be ideal.
There. But, yeah, so I guess that's how you got into PR.
I mean, yeah.
And we probably should clarify, like, how I am your client as well. Because, like, basically, Kit Studios, which you work for, it does the PR for
Samantha Cusick and Stage Studios.
And Stage Studios. And also represents me as a talent.
We just can't leave you alone.
That's it. That's
Every
the thing.
tab on my laptop is Samantha Cusick. I don't even type you in on Instagram. It just says like it's like Samantha Cusick is like a thing to go on.
There you go. I'm
like,
a thing to go on. Love that.
Oh, watch out, Greg. Sam at her event on networking
That's
skills.
it. Oh my god, stop it! Because that's the next episode is networking icks,
Oh
guys.
God, we're
So
full
stay
of them.
tuned.
Yeah.
Because we. Obviously, you can imagine just from the stories that you've heard the kind of networking icks that happen. Like it's.
But I
too
feel like
much.
we're not the ick. We're
No.
cute. We're demure.
We're demure,
We're networking
mindful.
demure. Yeah, very. But things just unfortunately happen.
Yeah.
We're cursed.
I feel like
No, we're not. It's not that bad.
sometimes it is.
When
But
I
we'll
was
get into
first,
this on the next
yeah,
one.
okay, fine.
Because like sometimes it is that bad.
I only would know you, and I'd just be watching you.
Don't.
I was like your mummager, but at least you were bloody nice.
Yeah, true. But yeah, because there's some things that aren't there. But we'll get into that for the
Yeah,
next
but save
episode
that.
for sure. Stay
Thank
tuned.
you.
So yeah, and that is. I mean, is that why you're obliged to be my co-host on this? When I asked
So you are nice to me.
like
No.
literally, because like will you be my co-host? And it was like
You did it via voice note. You very much just slid in. It was demure how you asked
slid
me.
into those DMs.
Yeah,
bit
and I
drunk.
thought, and I was like, is
I was
she drunk?
def-
So I
I'd
didn't
had-
tell
I'd had
anyone.
a glass of wine.
Do you regret me being here?
Not at all. This is the best
Buzzing.
decision I've
I
ever
needed
made.
that validation, clearly.
I feel like there's
On air,
nobody else
recorded.
that I would comfortably talk to with a mug full of Prosecco.
Oh my god! Cheers!
cheers!
100% me too.
That's it.
the
Because yeah,
nicest
this is
thing
definitely
anyone's
not
ever said to me.
Prosecco. So, and then it's out of office, right?
Exactly.
And,
And,
nothing
it's easy to
says-
spell.
well,
It's
yeah.
not like Tiny Temper.
And tinny timper. I feel like nothing says out of office than booze in a mug.
Oh, for sure. That's
Like,
the vibe we're
That's
on.
it's Friday too.
It's
We're recording on a Friday.
exactly, dressed down. I've got the jumper on. We're just living our
Daisy's
best life.
here. Like I
Passed
don't know
out
if you can
with
see her
a
in the frame. Hopefully she'll
full naked
join the
belly
cast.
on show. Yeah.
Right, because this Daisy, you've got 69 followers.
She's like paint me like a French girl vibe. She's just led there, and that's all she does.
I feel like she needs more for her 69 followers.
She needs
so.
a Prosecco. She
needs
comes
Prosecco.
alive at the pub. That's where we need her. This is her chillax vibes.
Oh my god, that is good. I needed that.
I know,
It's been a
stunning.
very stressful week.
I've been like blowing it, pretending it's tea.
Stop
Like
it.
I'm like
Oh my
holding it. I'm
God.
like,
I feel like that's a pro move. You obviously worked in an office before. You're like,
definitely done it before.
so
That's why I
hot.
spell
Don't touch
everything
it.
wrong.
Don't come near it. Like maybe that's
Literally,
it.
yeah, that's the problem.
I feel like because I do hair a lot, there's actually no drinking on the job because that would be
oh, disaster.
like disastrous
Jesus,
for
yeah.
everybody. But you know, if you're in an office,
Well, you're the only person who I'd trust if was drinking whilst doing my hair. And I,
I mean,
that.
it gets more creative.
Yeah, oh, maybe not.
Confidence levels, soar.
Yeah, true. You're feeling bold.
That's it.
No, but before I started at Kit, I literally did not realise how amazing the hair world was or how much money was in it. Like, I just had no clue. Obviously, I'd worked for, like, hair brands before, but, like, the actual stylists and behind the chair people, them. And then I feel like, I was saying to Sam the other day, a few picantes in, is that because, like, I remember when I was at college, like, my college was at one end of the road in Eastleigh, yuck. And then there was another college at the end, and it would be like, oh, look, the hair and beauty lot. Like, I'm just saying it, and I'm not trying to upset you here.
No.
I'm just saying that was a stigma, and look at you guys go.
Yeah, but that's still a stigma, no?
Yeah, I think it is, but why? But why do people not know that that's the thing? Is it because it's a mainly girl?
I don't know, because, like, one of those things that's really annoying as a hairdresser is people, it is a female-heavy industry in the sense that, like, the majority of people working in the industry are girls. But yet, the ones that are sensationalised and the ones in those positions of power
I can think of a few who are
and
men.
more often than men. Like, we'll run a little experiment actually right now. Like, for those
Let's
that are
do
listening.
it.
Think of an influential hairdresser this won't work for you because I feel
I'm
like
looking
you know
at
now,
one.
like,
Oh, charming! It's the Prosecco.
It's the Prosecco kicking in. It's working. But like, think now of like a hairdresser, like a famous hairdresser.
I've got one.
It'll be a man. Like,
Yeah,
most
I feel
of
like
the
you were going to
time.
go into like a dynamo trick then, like, and now do this. And I was like, yeah, it's Chris Appleton. No, I'm joking.
But there you go. There's a guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Like,
who
no
I think
diss
of.
because, like, you know,
We
Chris
love you,
Appleton's
Chris.
amazing.
Get on the pod.
Get on the pod when boys are allowed.
When sorry.
That was like, yeah. If we
You've got
decide to
enough
let boys.
attention because you're a man.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. You've got
Fine.
enough power.
He doesn't need us.
So he doesn't
We need
us.
you. This is a public call. No, it's not.
This is not a cry for help at this point. We're fine. We've got this.
Episode 1.
But yeah, it's like, it's that stigma. And I feel like that's, I don't know if that's because, like, again, girls are portrayed as ditzy blonde hairdressers.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Heaven.
I'm a hairdresser. But you think of another, again, a guy, they're usually really, like, well
Salon
turned out.
owner, yeah.
Fabulous. Salon owner. Like, really, like, charismatic. And so there's that real clear...
Yeah, and obviously this is wild and not could be the Prosecco, but I obviously don't think it now because I'm very educated in the hair world. But I'd think of a barber and be like, sexy, that he's a barber.
Wow.
But I wonder if men think like, oh, she's a hairdresser.
Oh,
do you know
yeah,
what I
know.
mean?
Okay, I see what you mean. So you
'Cause
see
he's
like
a barber,
nice,
he's
like,
covered
sexy
in tattoos.
barber.
He's like,
I mean, so you've got a very
arty.
specific type of barber there in your mind.
Just the one I dream about every night. No, but obviously I've got a loving boyfriend, love him. We have the dog together. But I just think there is something about it. I don't know why though.
It's just so bizarre. And like, that's been something that's like, been so prevalent throughout my career.
Yeah.
Being like, you know, underestimated. I mean, that's how the podcast came about.
For sure, yeah.
Being underestimated as a hairdresser and someone calling me a silly little
Yeah,
girl.
I
That's
know.
literally what happened.
Yeah.
Like, it's always in the back of your mind as well to really go above and beyond and prove yourself. And like, I think that's why I really do so much stuff, and this is why I'm so excited to have this like podcast and to be able to like
safe place.
Yeah, it's a safe place to be able to really, well, for one, vent on out of office,
true.
really, because that's essentially what this is.
Vibes.
But you know, to really try and like correct some of those mindsets with people when they do think that it's just a easy career path, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Maybe it's because people think it's easy because do you have to go to uni? Like, what's
No.
that stigma? And I mean, not to do a shameless shout out, but look at Carrie who started Kit. She didn't go to uni.
No, exactly.
But did you go to uni?
No, I was all set to go.
Yeah, what's happened?
So, like, I was literally did all my GCSEs, did my A-levels, and, like...
As you should.
As you should, you know, anyone listening, as you probably should. That's probably, you know, the bare minimum.
Well done.
Thanks. They were most ridiculous subjects as well. Like,
What,
I
please?
did art, psychology, sociology, law, and textiles.
Oh
like,
my
where was
God,
I going with
She's
that?
in Harvard. What didn't you do?
Brewster's Law.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that. I was
No,
like,
heaven.
what? And I actually applied to go and do criminology.
Sam, no, you'd be good because
No,
you've got a deck for everything. I
I
feel
do
like
love
you
a
can
deck.
piece things together. Wow.
Yeah, I do love making a deck on
Yeah.
Canva.
Maybe not on serial killers.
Like, literally, yeah,
Same thing.
with animations.
Just make
But
it look pretty.
I think, I didnn't want to go. In the end, I didn't want to go, and I was like, well, what
Fine.
can I do with my life? And I was like, oh, a free hairdressing course? That sounds fun.
It was free. Is it always free?
I was under 18. I'm like one of those. I'm an August baby, so I was always like slightly younger in the year. So I
Fine.
made that cutoff to get on the course for they charge you, and so I was like, well, worth a go.
Yeah.
Anyway, loved
Clearly.
it. Like absolutely loved it. And
Aw.
then I didn't need to go to uni. But
No.
I will say, like, I have had to upskill myself in terms of like what I've learned, because as soon as you open a business and you don't have that knowledge, like I didn't know what a cash flow forecast was.
But how did you do that?
I downloaded a business plan off the Prince's Trust website.
Lovely.
Filled it in, template.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh my God.
And then that was the first salon, and then obviously it's grown from there. And since I have done business courses and like different things like that
God.
to learn,
Mad.
because.
Yeah.
Like, it's like anything, like with hairdressing. Like, if you need to learn a new technique, you go and upskill. So it's nothing...
Get you.
Like, it's nothing alien. But obviously, I had no business acumen whatsoever. And then suddenly you go from working behind a chair, just, doing people's hair.
Yeah.
And that's like, I knew that. I'd trained for that. Like, that was no problem. To having a business where it's like, employing, I think now we're up to about 45 people across the board, maybe more if you include the surrounding teams and stuff. And it's like, whoa, how do you deal with that after being, a silly little girl?
No.
And now this silly little girl needs to be responsible for this,
smart little girl.
Little girl. It's it was a lot. The whole thing is a lot, and it's.
When after you were a hairdresser, then how long was it until you opened your first Samantha Cusick London? So you qualified as a hairdresser.
It was 9 years.
And what were you up to in those 9 years?
Oh my God, I just did everything.
What?
So I'm from Nottingham.
Love.
And that's sort of where I grew up, obviously.
Yeah.
From there. And I was working in every kind of salon you can imagine, from ones where you're employed to ones where you rent a chair, to ones where you split commission, all of these things. And you know what? I had
maybe you learnt from that as well. Business
I definitely learnt from that what not to do.
You were like a mystery shopper.
Like a mystery shopper.
That was what you were up to. Yeah.
But everyone I worked in was such a terrible experience of just being completely extorted, completely just taken the piss off. I remember one salon, I'd worked there, my first real job actually, and I'd worked there and I built up a client base, and the whole idea was that I'd do that and then you could rent a chair like everybody else in the salon did. So, it was all okayed. I did that.
Before you were renting the chair, you were working there
I was on PAYE, and I think it was $7.50 an hour or something like that. Absolute rubbish,
2 meal deals, not even
without
the club card. Yeah.
But and you get given I was doing all of the things, and I it got okayed, and then the shady woman that owned it kind of obviously did the maths and was we need to get rid of Sam and maintain these clients. So she was like, yeah, you can do it, give me your notice, write me a resignation. So I did that and gave it in, and she let me do 1 week renting a chair, and at the end of that week she was like, oh, it's not working, today's your last day.
What?
Exactly.
Oh my God, no.
It was so bizarre. I know, and I was devastated. And then after that I was early 20s. Greg was gone to uni as a mature student. He was in his late 20s.
I
they
love
call you
that saying, mature student.
Yeah, he was a mature student. And I just then started doing mobile hairdressing and just doing cash in hand.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I used to go around people's houses.
Like a little wheeler dealer getting your cash.
Honestly, literally, I had this trolley. I dragged it around in my smart car.
Sam,
honestly, it's the polar opposite to what I'm doing now.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I would literally go to people's houses, charge them £30 for a colour and a cut. Are you joking?
Come on round.
It was.
Honestly, wait, were they your friends, or were you using how did they find you?
It was there wasn't Instagram at the time, so it was people just passed word of mouth. It was literally word of mouth.
Wom.
Yeah, wom. There was the wom. Wom.
No way.
Yeah, and so I was doing that, and then I would just get money and then just go out.
Heaven.
Literally, and I just spent 5 years, well, not 5 years, probably about
just
3 years.
Dodgy cash drawer,
just
joking.
3 years of dodgy cash in hand job, just spending what I'd made.
I don't know if we have time for this episode, but I want to know how then Instagram made your career in a way and helped with the salon so much. Because I remember you said at a speech when I was watching you and you were you sort of realised that you could, wasn't it in lockdown or something? And I thought it was really interesting.
So lockdown was different because that's how we just changed the way we were talking to people, from being direct to just talking direct about coming and getting their hair done, and we just started talking to them about surviving lockdown. But Instagram started in 2015 when I was just posting hair pictures.
They were just going off.
Yeah, and then people would just come, and then I built up a little following, and people I was booked out at the salon that I was at, and then I was like, this is the way.
Yeah. Okay, get you.
So that was. I mean, we can definitely go into that more, but it's a bit boring.
Oh, fine. All right, cut that bit out. But I just think it's interesting.
No, it is. I guess it is quite interesting.
So before the fun is over and we all have to go back to work, if you are enjoying Silly Little Girls Club podcast and the Out of Hours episodes, then please make sure that you follow or subscribe depending on where you get your podcast from, and we can keep bringing you these fun, amazing conversations, whether it's me and Hollie talking about all the random stuff that happens to us in the world of business and work and being women, or it's the guests on the Silly Little Girls podcast, the incredible, inspiring women that bring these heartfelt, real stories. And we'll see you next week on the Silly Little Girls Club.